Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be
Well, that's what you think.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Why don't you? You know what? Every single one of these features has revolved around you.
Yeah.
And I'll be perfect. What happened? I just hit a tree and now I'm bleed. Ah! Witch! Okay. That was weird. Why don't you ask me something for a change? You
How
know?
about I ask you some Pokemon trivia and let's see how well you can butcher it.
Oh, boy. What? Okay, our show's too Pokemon heavy. You just got done talking about Twitch plays Pokemon. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. This witch is gonna poison me to death. I'm literally gonna die.
I don't know if this has symmetry, but it's close enough and it works in my book. It's my castle. You should come and see the castle.
You should, do a feature.
Alright,
How about this, Liam? What have you done over the past week? Any highlights from the week?
I did my wall sits for tennis. I did my 3 minutes for wall sits.
Never understood the necessity for those.
For the wall sits?
Tennis. Never have I ever played a game of tennis where I had to sit on a wall to return a serve or whatever. It's just.
You end a lot of things by going There was this one game, I don't know what it was called, that came out a while ago. And whenever you kill this certain enemy, it just goes
Well,
And it reminds me every single time you do that.
I do it because I don't want to go on a tangent rant. While at the same time, see, it's just, I can't stop. Thanks for pointing it out, Liam. Because now it seems blatantly strange. Now everyone's going to be listening for it.
Yeah. But anyway.
I don't know what to say.
You don't?
This conversation's going stale.
I know it is, but that's okay.
No, it's not.
Because I can talk about my beautiful castle that I'm building.
Right. How about this? You can explain the reason for building the castle when our goal is so obviously to sail away to somewhere else.
Because I have a lot of sand at my disposal, and I think it'd be cool to
I
build
have
a
a
sand
song
castle.
for you to play when we are sailing away. Wink, wink to anyone who might know what I'm talking about. Liam, you wouldn't. This is like a super old song, and it's not hip.
I
It's not like
was gonna say the
Pokemon
Wind Waker
Fury.
song when you were on the ocean, but
Definitely not.
no.
I have a better one
Okay.
in mind. We'll play when we sail away.
Is it gonna be like a song that I don't know?
I already said that.
Oh, you did.
Guarantee you won't know.
I wasn't listening, so.
You might have heard it, but never mind. Okay, so
Was the song in Finding Nemo?
do you remember the one episode that we were talking about animated films?
No.
You were talking about how much you love the princess in that
Frozen.
movie,
Yeah.
and I said I don't dig on animated films.
Yeah.
Do you remember how I said I don't dig on animated films?
Yeah. Oh.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
checking.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
I am picking up what you are putting down. I understand fully.
Brilliant.
Good.
So moving on.
Why don't you like animated films?
I don't know. I
Oh
did.
wait.
I did. when
Yeah,
I
you
was
said it was
7.
childish. Okay.
I can't picture, unless it's a really blatant gag film where they're making fun of stuff. I can't picture an animated film being entertaining.
I think I'm making more of a church now. Yeah, I've made a church. Mike, I live in a church. How does that make you feel?
Well, that's interesting. What church congregation does it belong to?
The Helix.
Ask.
Why'd you ask? Cause yeah, you did, and I gave you an answer. This is the Church of the Helix fossil. Get over it. Do you think the Beach Boys would have liked the Helix fossil?
You close the door. I don't even. Definitely not.
You don't think so?
Why don't you ask them?
I can't. I can't.
Oh, they're what?
Aren't they dead?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so? I don't know.
There's quite a few of them. They're actually. Well, here we go. There's. Let's see. There's currently 5 of them.
Currently? Are
Yeah.
any of the 5 in the ground?
Does the word currently mean anything to you?
Well, currently, there's a lot of people, but a lot of them are in the ground.
I'm checking to see. This one, Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys was born 1942 in Peoria.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Peoria, Illinois. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there are a few deceased boys
Okay.
of the beach. We're looking at about I see 2 so far.
See,
Yeah, I
there's a
think-
lot of them. It's just, there's a lot of, Mike, you don't understand, there's a lot of people in the world. It's just that people die.
Where is this going now? I think we need to take a pause.
What do you mean?
What are we talking about?
You said something, and it brought me to the point of saying that dead people are technically still people, just dead.
Right. So, but I don't think dead people who are still people just dead are active members of any bands. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't think they'll be on stage or crowd. Well, technically they could be stage
Tupac
diving.
was a hologram.
Huh.
So technically, yes.
Mm, I,
But people still argue he's alive.
that's true, they do. Despite the obvious.
I think he's still alive.
Wow, I'm sort of wishing the sun wasn't going down because I really would like to continue this conversation. And I don't know what
Can
would.
you actually expand your farm? I've asked you to do this like more than I ask myself a lot of questions.
Like what?
Like, why do I have to keep repeating myself for Mike to fix the farm and make it efficient?
Liam, have you ever thought that maybe that's not my top priority?
No. Because it's not in my nature. Apparently, according to that quiz, is I'm not supposed to think about other people's problems.
That does not justify not thinking.
That was not my problem.
Yes, it is.
Your farm is not my problem.
Well, then don't worry about it.
It'll be my
Case
problem if I take your farm.
closed.
Alright, it's
Take my
nighttime.
farm.
Where are you?
Burning down your castle.
You can't burn it
Sending
down. It's made out of sand.
Sending a tidal wave over at it.
Okay, that'll probably do some damage.
Oh boy,
It is not a
it's
castle
nighttime.
anymore. It's the congregation for.
All right,
the
so this
Helix
episode definitely needs work.
Where are
We're gonna
you?
put some. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna put in some legit planning for this next episode. That's a reason to stick around. It's gonna be great. We'll
No,
see
it
you
ain't.
then.
We're gonna consult the Helix fossil. And we're back.
Woo!
All right, Mike. You complained about me never bringing up topics, so I'm gonna bring up a topic for you.
Okay.
As you know, there are many fictional universes out there.
Oh boy.
No, this has nothing to do with Pokemon. It could.
Made
As you know, there are many fictional universes out there.
that clear?
Yes. And I wanted to know if you were given the option to get tossed into any fictional universe, what universe would you go into?
Any fictional universe.
Yes.
Do you want to give me an example or two?
Like for me, I would say Pokemon, obviously.
See, here's the problem that I have
One
with.
sec. What? I'll
This is
say-
so
yeah.
unprofessional.
I will.
This is so unprofessional. This is sickening. And we were going somewhere with that.
We were.
That is sickening.
Thanks, Dad. I'm going to. Jesus.
Just talk amongst yourselves, viewer.
Oh. But if you could,
Are you, you
which
ready? You ready?
yeah,
All right, hello and welcome back.
yeah, we're back.
Jeez Louise.
I'm outside now. I started shoveling.
Okay, so any fictional universe, which one would I go to, and why? And you used as an example Pokemon, right?
Or you could do like, let's say you want to join the
No, I
universe of,
understand. I understand the question, and all that. I just want to make sure you used as an example Pokemon.
yes.
So it doesn't bother you that the entire universe is basically surrounded on the idea of animal cage fights.
They're, what are you, PETA?
Well, I just find it very confusing that you think that you'd want to live in a
Pokemon
world.
don't fight one another for a human's gain. They fight
Well,
for fun.
hold on, because I'm pretty sure that the loser has to pay
I'm
up.
pretty sure the whole like Pokemon Black and White series had an entire organization around the idea of freeing Pokemon because they thought they were being misused,
Which they kind of were.
which they weren't.
Well, they
Answer
are.
my question.
They okay. What part of I'm going to enslave a wild creature, summon it on my command, train it to fight,
I don't
and then use it to
enslave 'em.
fight other creatures to get money?
You don't just capture a Pokemon. They don't come free willing. They don't.
No, they don't come free will.
They
You
don't
have to-
come. They don't come with like. They
You're
don't
being-
come when you like the game portrays it as like you injure the Pokemon and it, joins you. But most Pokemon, at least in the show, and the manga a bit, join the main character because of like a bond of some form.
Quickly straight. Yeah. Well, okay. So you're walking
No,
down.
Dad, I'll do it in a bit.
Ah.
I don't care. Seriously.
All right. Well, I should probably just answer your question out of
Please just
respect.
answer my question. I'm not gonna have the whole debate about Pokemon enslaving with you.
Animal cruelty. That's all I got to say about
It's not
that.
cruelty.
It is animal. They're essentially just animals fighting each other for entertainment and money. Anyways, any fictional universe, I would have to say, ooh, this is tricky. This is very, very tricky.
It could be anything.
Man, I don't know. See, there's just so many different universes that I would like to experience. For instance, I think living in a Mass Effect-esque sort of future would be very interesting.
Okay.
Although I don't appreciate the constant threat of galactic peril
Yeah.
by some invincible outside being, so I don't feel as though that would be something that I would want to be a part of.
Okay, good. Because I'm glad you're coming from this perspective. Because the whole point that I brought this question up with you is because I was asked this question myself a
By who?
while ago, by a friend,
Okay,
and
you said Pokemon.
I
Because you
I
like
thought of
watching
it wrong and
animals
hard.
die and get
No, I
in
actually didn't
pain
think
and
of Pokemon
suffering.
originally. I actually wanted to join the Star Trek universe.
Oh,
But then I thought to myself that the question says you're only put in the universe. You may not necessarily be a part of like the main story.
no.
Like
you
I was
just
thinking
feel
I would be put on
extra.
like the Enterprise, and who knows? I could be just.
Well, you could,
I
technically.
could be, but that's not necessary. It's not like it's not saying I'm gonna be put on the Enterprise.
It's
So
just
I could be,
living
like-
in the world.
Exactly. So
Okay.
then I just thought, like, what if I ended up on some stupid little merchant ship and I got attacked by the Borg? That would be terrible.
Or what if you ended up being the Borg?
Yeah, exactly. But so then that's why I came to the idea, like, in the Pokemon world, if I was dropped anywhere, I could kind of build myself from the ground up.
Yeah, all you have to be is 8 years old and have a willingness to fight with animals to
Yeah.
want to be a successful business entrepreneur in that world.
And when you thought of Mass Effect, you thought of it like I might just be like some normal person, but I don't
No.
want to face the threat of galactic peril.
I would definitely be a galactic merchant.
Yeah.
I'd be on a merchant ship flying through space, going from planet to planet, selling some stuff, selling weapon modifications. That would be the dream.
That's
Or
the
maybe
perfect
even
answer.
the Fallout universe.
Yeah, you see, like, there's all these
Post-apocalyptic.
places that could work.
That'd be terrifying,
You
though.
just can't, like, choose a universe that's, like, kind of predetermined by the story that's written by the original idea. Like, you can't choose, like, Doctor Who, because you're probably not going to be one of the doctors, obviously.
I don't know. I've never seen
You've
it.
never seen that, really, yeah. You can't choose something like Legend of Zelda, because you're probably not going to become the hero of time.
That'd be
You might just
very.
be some guy in the middle of, in Deku Village or something.
Can you imagine being in the Legend of Zelda, that world? I would not know what to
You
think.
might spawn as a chicken.
Get punted. Animal cruelty is a very common theme, a very common motif in a lot of video game worlds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
At
horrible.
least Nintendo. I mean, you kill turtles. You stomp on them.
That's true. And then there's Pokemon, which is all about just
You slay
animal pit fights and, you know.
Star Fox is a
Uh-huh.
bunch of animals and spaceships shooting at one another.
Yeah, but that's not really saying we should have animals fight other animals.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon so blatantly represents.
Well,
I mean,
technically, a lot of Pokemon aren't even supposed to be depicted as animals. And there's a whole.
really? So like Butterfree.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how are you gonna explain Arceus? Do you know what even Arceus is?
Hmm.
It's the
No.
god of Pokemon. It doesn't look anything like an animal. I mean, it has 4 legs.
What's the zebra one? It's like called Zebraling or something
Zebra
like
Strike?
that. Zebra.
Yeah, Zebra Strike. I'll give you that.
There's so many. Pidgey for
Pidgey,
pigeon.
yeah, and then Seal, which is just a seal.
Seal is seal. That's when you know they
I'll
hit
give
rock.
you that, but I mean, not every single one is
What if there was a
an animal.
Pokemon attack move that was called Club, and you clubbed a seal?
There's a move called Rough Play.
A little bit different from Club.
I know, but it's pretty rough.
Would you club a seal, Liam?
No.
You so would. You sick perv.
I wouldn't club a seal. I don't know who you think I am.
An abracadabra.
Alakazam.
Whatever it's called.
It's Abra, and the second form is Kadabra, and then the final form is Alakazam.
Man, oh man.
I think Pokemon can be scary too. There are some really intense Pokemon out there.
Are you kidding me? If you ran into a Pokemon, a real life Pokemon in like a forest, you'd be scared crapless, man.
Yeah, there are some that I would be scared and terrified. There's a Pokemon called Dusknoir, and
It's hard to believe that there's like 8-year-olds running around collecting these things
yeah,
and
have you
fighting.
ever read the Pokedex
forests.
entries for some of these Pokemon?
No.
There's a Pokemon called Dusknoir. It's the final form for the Duskull line, and he specifically comes from the underworld to bring children to the other side.
No.
Yes, that isn't his Pokedex entry.
Oh my god. It is about to get
My
dark.
favorite
But I
Pokemon-
want you.
my-
I want you
one
to.
of my
No, hold on.
favorite
Hold that thought.
Pokemon-
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. It's about to be dusk, and it's about to get night. Whatever. So I think that we should take a pause, and when we come back, I want you to read off some of these things. The most outrageous Pokedex.
Oh, I know
Thanks.
some of them off the top of my head.
Well, I know, but we're gonna do this at the end of the break, so it has people with a reason to come back.
Okay.
Otherwise,
You never knew this?
no,
This is
I never.
intense.
Well,
This is gonna get intense.
I never play the game and read everything because there's too much to read,
I don't
isn't it?
either, but I just stumbled across this one day, and it's intense. That's one of my favorite lines. I'm gonna teach you about the Chandelure line. That's my
Well, we're not
favorite
gonna
line.
Too much time on it.
All right, well, get inside the house and we'll pause it.
All right.
Just gonna have to give me a sec. I gotta put this sand together. All right, I'm gonna pause it. And we're back. All right,
Yes, we are.
all right, Mike. So while we were off screen, I thought long and hard.
You were doing a little bit of research, weren't you?
Yeah, I
Lynn?
was doing a little bit of
Oh.
research. There's a spider on our house. I'll kill it. I was doing a little bit of research, Mike, and I found the 3 creepiest Pokédex entries I could find
Oh man.
for you to hear about. So we're gonna start with the first one. A Gen 6 Pokemon by the name of Phanthump. Do you have any? Can you take a guess of what kind of
No.
Pokemon it is?
I'm guessing it's a Phantom.
A Phanthump is a Phantom of some form.
Right.
It is a grass and ghost type Pokemon.
Ooh.
It is literally
scary.
it's like a tree.
Lawnmowers
It's like a
versus
tree
night
trunk.
game.
It's like a broken off tree trunk. But let me read its Pokedex entry here for you. According to old tales,
Sure.
these Pokemons are stumps, possessed by the spirits of children who died while lost in the forest.
Oh.
Now let me point
Really?
something. Let me put something into perspective for you, Mike. When you play a Pokemon
What are
game,
children doing? What are children doing in stumps?
no, these are children that are just lost in the forest and then they get possessed.
Right, but why would they be interested in stumps? Of all the things that they could possess, they choose tree stumps.
But anyway,
Dead children are
the point I'm trying to
stupid.
make at here is Phantom is actually a pretty common Pokemon in Gen 6, or well, it can be in a specific area. So I'm telling you, there's tons of these things. We're not talking about no legendary here. We're talking about there's tons of these things walking around. So that means
Pretty common.
if the Pokedex entry says that these are all possessed children's souls, that's insane. That's just crazy. Okay, then we're gonna do the next one. Next one. Do you know what a Cacturn is?
I'm gonna guess it looks like a cactus.
You are correct. It is a dark and grass type Pokemon. It is actually pretty good. It was one of the stronger Pokemon in Gen 3 in my opinion. But it became completely useless after that.
Okay.
The Pokedex entry says, if a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of night, Cacturn will follow in a ragtag group. The Pokemon are biding their time, waiting for the traveler to tire and become incapable of moving. So instead of helping out the traveler, they're going to follow him and wait for him to die. And then they have no idea what's going to happen afterwards. Doesn't elaborate.
Well,
I think that's pretty creepy.
don't even know what to really say to that.
But the weird part is that they travel in packs. And they wait for humans in packs. Like, you could just be walking in the desert one day and all of a sudden a bunch
And
of
what do they look like again?
Two-legged. They look like normal humans. They have 2 arms, 2 legs. They stand up on all, twos. And they look like a cactus. They have a little hat on their head. They're grass and dark, so they have, some darker spots. And, they are pretty creepy. But they travel in a gang. But let's go to my favorite of them all.
All time. This one is the definition of
This is the definition
Pokemon
of creepy.
horror.
This is the Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure line. This is a Gen 5 group. I use a Chandelure on my team. It is a Ghost and Fire type Pokemon, which is a pretty cool
Okay.
combination. So I'll read the first form, Litwick. It's a little candle. All right. And obviously you can.
Sounds menacing.
Yeah, it's a little candle. Litwick shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which becomes the fuel that it burns. That was the first game it was in. The second game says, while shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off the life force of anyone who follows it. And then, finally, its flame is usually out, but it starts shining when it absorbs the life force of other people or Pokemon. Now, that's just a candle.
No, what's a life force?
I don't know, just anything with life, I guess.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense.
And it's a candle.
It's a candle. It's a white candle and has a purple fire. All the whole line will have purple fire in it. I guess that's just a symbol. Next is Lampet. It's
Gotcha.
it's like a Litwick. It's just like a normal lamp, but instead it's like floating. It doesn't have a basin. It's just floating, and it's like the little glass section. It has 2 little arms.
I think I've seen this one, yeah.
This
Go on.
ominous Pokemon is feared through cities it wanders, searching for the spirits of the fallen. It arrives near the moment of death and steals spirits away from the body. The spirits it absorbs fuel its baleful flame. Baleful fire. It hangs around hospitals waiting for people to pass on. And I'm not even on its final form yet. This isn't even its final form, Michael. Now, Chandelure.
Okay.
I have this guy on my team. He's pretty cool. He's a Chandelure. He's a black Chandelure with
A
purple
chandelier.
fire. Yes. He's a black Chandelier with purple flames. and
Okay.
it absorbs a spirit, which it then burns. By waving the flames of its arms, it puts its foes into hypnotic trance. Being consumed in Chandelure's flames burns the spirit and leaves the body behind. The spirits then burn up in an ominous flame, lose their way, and wander the world forever.
Jesus. Wow.
So they could work as a family.
And you wanted to be.
They could work as a
You
family.
want to be part of this world.
Yes.
You want to be part of this
Yes.
world.
Yes. I would be morally terrified if I saw a Chandelure, but I would have one on my team.
Ah.
But
I don't know.
they would work as a team. Like Lampet would wait for the body to die, or Litwick would guide the body. Lampet would wait for it to die, and then Chandelure would burn it up, making it wander the world forever.
What age is this thing supposed to be targeted towards?
E for everyone.
No, I meant like what age group typically plays these Pokemon games?
Younger kids.
Right.
There's a lot of creepy
Uh-oh.
Pokedex entries out there. I think those are my top 3 though. There's a Pokemon called Yamask, and what it is it's like a ghost. It's a ghost type Pokemon. I don't know if it has a secondary type. I think it might just be ghost. And it carries around a mask of the former human self that it used to be.
What?
It carries its
A
face.
Pokemon that used to be a human.
A Pokemon that used to be a human. Well, the Phantoms were humans too. They were children.
Oh yeah, the little trees.
Yeah. But it carries around a mask, and the mask is supposed to be a face of its former life. And it's supposed to carry it around in sadness, and it's supposed to weep and stuff. It can't live without the
Wow.
mask either. It can't detach it from itself. Well, I guess it could, but I mean, if it loses it, it gets upset.
This is a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, just,
I had that face for a long time.
there's also
It's upset.
there's also Drifloon. You know what a Drifloon is? It's a
I don't know
balloon.
what any of these.
It's a
things are.
balloon, basically. It's a purple balloon. It's a ghost type. But children, children like balloons, and so they grab onto balloons. And what Drifloon does, it is whispered that any child who mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds onto it could wind up missing. These Pokemon are called the signpost for wandering spirits. Children holding them sometimes vanish.
Just like they go invisible.
No, they fly away. They're balloons.
Oh, they fly away. That is
That's
so
terrifying.
demented.
I told you about a Pokemon that sucked on another Pokemon's blood before. Gorbis. It's a water
Right.
type.
Okay,
You done?
I think that we're gonna need to take a pause from the Pokemon chat for
Okay.
a while, especially because of how dark of an alley it's starting to turn.
Okay.
Jeez. This goes to show you, when you don't read the stuff in the fine print of this game. Whoa, oh man.
Yeah, I can.
Alright, well,
It's
that
turn-
was
it's
a
turning
whole,
nighttime. Just in
whole
time.
episode right there.
Yeah.
Oh dear. How appropriate. Talking about horror stuff and the lightning flashes.
Yeah, except I don't have sound in Minecraft because this rain would be so annoying.
I
Oh
don't
wow,
know
the
where
storm
we should
just
go.
clears up.
I don't know where we should go with any more episodes right now.
Well, we'll think of something. We got time before the next series. We were recording for almost 2 hours now. So we got plenty of
Jeez,
time.
have we?
I'll send you a link to all these the pictures of these Pokemon.
Don't bother.
No bother? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see things that used to be children.
I feel as though I'm
Because
missing
that's-
one that was really cool. I am, and I'm gonna end up like punching myself in the face when I do.
They all sound really messed up, personally.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right,
they're
well,
all pretty messed up. Alright, well, I think that's gonna end that there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we've had
Alright.
quite a bit
That was
of
a
interesting.
long session. Oh.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, tune in next time where we're gonna actually get some work done on the church.
I'm working on the goal right now.
Did you see the church? I'm gonna
No, not yet.
I'm gonna get a final shot of the church, and then I'm gonna there. That's a lot of work done from.
Do you want sand?
Yes.
So I've been getting a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need sand. I'm gonna get one final shot of the church.
The church.
I really want it to be a castle, but I really think it's starting to turn into a church.
Um,
So,
I think we might play Rust someday, Liam. So just to spice things up a little bit.
yeah, we'll definitely play Rust. All right, well that's gonna do it. Bye bye.